From gold-laden cities to cryptic hidden vaults, there are many tales about great treasures that no one has found yet. Let's dive into these stories of hidden wealth. These treasures, even now, are mysteries waiting to be discovered. Come with us on a journey through the mystery behind history. From long ago until now, people have loved hearing and sharing stories about treasures that got lost and were never found. Are you ready? Let's begin our exciting trip and learn about these hidden secrets and the fun adventures people have had trying to find them. Right in the middle of Nova Scotia, Canada, there's a special place called Oak Island. This isn't just a normal island. For hundreds of years, people have talked about it and the treasures that might be buried deep inside it. Both kids and grown-ups love to share tales about the mysterious riches that could be hidden there. People are always curious about this island. It's not just because it looks pretty. Over time, many have wondered about the special treasures under its ground. Could it be gold coins from pirates who used to sail and rule the seas? Or maybe it has old and valuable things from a group of people who lived long ago. Some even think that religious items, which priests or monks hid, might be stored there to keep them safe. People have been attracted to Oak Island since the 1700s. Many adventure seekers have come to the island, hoping to find its secrets. The idea of discovering treasure on Oak Island has made many people dig deep holes and search, with both believers and doubters wanting to find out the truth. Away from Oak Island, in Arizona, USA, there are the big and tough Superstition Mountains. The name isn't just for fun. These mountains have scary and mysterious stories tied to them. There's a famous story in these mountains about a hidden place full of gold. But it's not just any gold spot. People believe it has a huge amount of gold, and the shiny pieces tell secrets about the mountains, lost somewhere in the large desert. This gold place stands as a sign of hard-to-find riches. The tale of the lost Ditchman's gold mine started in the 1800s. With each person who tells it, the story gets bigger. Many brave people have gone into the mountains with old maps and stories, dreaming of getting rich. Some come back with nothing. Some don't come back at all. But the story keeps getting told and becomes bigger every year. Going further south, we come across Cocos Island in Costa Rica. Below the water around this island, another secret is the famous treasure of Lima. Long ago, in 1820, a smart British pirate named William Thompson took a lot of Spanish treasures. It wasn't a small amount. People today think it could be worth hundreds of millions. Imagine finding pearls, gold coins, statues, and shiny jewelry underwater. People who study history and divers who love to explore underwater dream about finding this treasure of Lima. The idea of diving deep and seeing a hint of gold shine in the light is the kind of story legends are made of. Even just thinking about this adventure makes one super excited. Now, let's talk about another place in the USA, the beautiful Rocky Mountains. There's a different kind of story here. This one isn't old, but it's just as interesting. A man named Forrest Fenn, who loved art and writing, wanted to be remembered for something special. He came up with a fun idea. He would hide a treasure and then write a poem, like a puzzle, that gave clues about where to find it. For nearly 10 years, his poem made many people scratch their heads. They looked everywhere in the mountains, from the high places to the low valleys, hoping to discover Fenn's hidden gift. This turned into a big search, almost like the times when everyone was looking for gold. Each year, people had new ideas about where the treasure was. This big search ended in 2020 when someone finally found the treasure. But the fun memories of looking and the excitement of the search will always stay in people's hearts. In the southern part of the Americas are signs and ruins of the once great Inca Empire. Even though their impressive empire isn't around anymore, many believe that its glory and treasures haven't entirely vanished. People think that the Incas hid their golden items because they knew the Spanish invaders were greedy and would take them. But for the Incas, these golden items weren't just money. Each gold statue and beautifully decorated item was a way to remember their way of life, their past stories, and how proud they felt about their culture. To these people, gold was more than something shiny or valuable. It was a symbol of how amazing their society was. People can't agree on how much these hidden treasures might be worth. Some think it could be in the billions, while others think even trillions. But how important these treasures are to history and culture, that's beyond any price. Today, many people still look for these treasures, hoping to connect with the golden history of the Incas. One thing stands out in all these stories from different places. People are always interested in finding hidden treasures. These treasures make us dream, make us want to search and find out more. Whether it's a far-off island, big mountains, or ancient places with great pasts, our world is full of secrets waiting to be found. Let's talk about Europe, especially in its old towns and hidden valleys. There, we hear tales about the treasure of the Knights Templar. These knights weren't the same ones you hear about in children's stories. They were unique and part of a very private group. People believe that they collected many treasures like gold, mysterious religious things, and very old papers that might have stories or secrets from the past. Around the 1300s, these Knights Templar disappeared, but the treasures, they might still be out there somewhere. This makes many people, like historians and adventurers, super excited and curious. Crossing the big ocean to the US, there's another secret waiting: the Beale Cypher's treasure. People believe it's hidden somewhere in Virginia. What's special about this treasure isn't just what's inside, but how it's kept safe. There aren't any big guards or creatures protecting it. Instead, there are tricky codes and puzzles. These puzzles have been too hard for most people to solve for a long time. Inside, many gold coins, shiny silver bars, and jewels look amazing, with a value in the millions. This treasure waits for someone clever enough to understand the codes and find them. Also, in the US, there's another old story that people whisper about: the tale of the Confederate gold. During a challenging time, the American Civil War, a group called the Confederates collected a lot of gold. Stories say that to keep this gold safe, they hid it somewhere. Some think it's buried under the ground, others think it's underwater, and a few believe it's out in the open but hard to see. This gold disappeared when the war ended, but people still dream about finding it. Moving to another part of the world, think about a beautiful room called the Amber Room. It wasn't just any room. The walls were covered in amber, gold, and shining stones. This room was in Catherine Palace in Russia. But during World War II, it went missing. Some people think it was broken and thrown away, while others think someone hid it. Because it was so beautiful, people called it the eighth wonder of the world. Where it is now is still a mystery, but it reminds us of the wonderful things people can make. Let's think about the big Amazon rainforest in South America. In this big forest with tall trees and many animals, there's a story about a unique city called the Lost City of Paititi. People say it's not like any other city because it's made all of gold. This city is important for the people who lived in the area long ago and the Spanish explorers who came looking for treasures. Even though the forest hides it well, this city with golden streets and big buildings waits for someone to discover it and its stories. All of these stories, whether from places in Europe, different parts of America, or deep inside thick forests, make us think about how exciting it is to discover unknown things. They show us the joy of finding new things and how people everywhere have loved searching for special and amazing treasures for a very long time. Which story did you like the most? And hey, do you know of any other hidden treasures or cool stories like these? Let us know in the comments. Smash that like and subscribe for more.